Hey everyone, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel, Never Out of Books. Today I'm doing a book haul, proving that I really am never out of books. Ever, ever, ever. This is my book depository haul that I ordered on Black Friday or Thanksgiving or whatever day it was with the big deal. I got 13 books for like $30 or something like that. And 6 of them are hardcovers. So Book Outlet has some seriously great prices on books, especially if you know what you're looking for. It's a great place to get your books from. And I have 3 books from Barnes & Noble that I'll show you at the end. Yes, something weird. Hi. I hurt myself doing box jumps at CrossFit. At least I hurt myself being a badass, but I fell from the box onto the ground and sprained my shoulder and have a couple fractures in my elbow, which is very unpleasant, which means I'm out of work for a couple of weeks at least, and I'm trying to be a good girl here, keeping it immobile. So here we go. From Book Outlet, I grabbed Dead Men Tell No Tales and Other Stories by Emile Zola. This was super duper cheap, and I don't have a lot of short stories to be read or in my collection, and so I thought this seemed kind of interesting. I grabbed Rainy Day Friends by Jill Shalvis, who I love. I haven't started this series yet, but her books are always like small town, just such charming books, and I am looking forward to hopefully pretty soon getting to this one. The next is a contemporary romance. I'm not sure whether it's young adult or not because the people on it look young. Either that or I'm just getting old and so just everyone looks young. But Inside Out, an Off the Map novel by Leah Riley. I don't know where I'd heard of this before, but I know I did, and that's why I picked it up. I had heard that it was good, and I'm kind of all about the romance lately, so I grabbed this. I've got Heart's Fingers and Other Things to Cross by Katie Finn. This is, I believe, the 3rd book in a series. I own the first one, have not read it. The second one I don't own, but I'm sure I can grab it from the library. And these are kind of on the chick lit or humorous side of things, which is completely my sort of deal. And this one I grabbed, I don't know if I read this in the past, if this was the one or a different one, but this author, I remember reading a book of hers when I was in teens or early 20s, so a while ago, and wanting to read more and then never pursuing that. And that's Jude Deveraux. I grabbed A Knight in Shining Armor. So this is definitely an older book, and I know she has a series, and I know there's time travel, and there are just all superbly romantic stories. And so I would like to get into this series and read it at some point. But this one, again, was just like so inexpensive that having the physical book on my shelf will be a nice reminder to me of that this exists. And that at one point I really loved it. I also grabbed The Traveling Tea Shop by Belinda Jones. My dog is howling outside, I'm sorry. I grabbed this because it has to do with tea. And any mystery, chick lit, it doesn't matter the genre, if it talks about tea or tea shops, I'm probably going to want it and want to read it. And so here it is. And because I'm a sucker, I guess, I don't know. I have a hard time getting really big fat books out of the library and reading them on time. So I bought very cheaply Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon. This is the 4th book in the Outlander series. Yes, I know it's got the movie people on it, but it was inexpensive. And this is not the one I'm up to. I think I'm up to Voyager. But again, if it's on my shelf, I'm more likely to get to it with the way I've been reading lately. And I really enjoy their adventures because at this point they're kind of like an adventure series and not a romance anymore. And I'm enjoying it and enjoying the history parts of it. So We'll see. I grabbed a contemporary romance YA version, Serious Moonlight by Jen Bennett. This is obviously one of the scratch and dents. I can't use both hands. It hurts too bad. Ow. Because that's torn, which I don't care about. I read one of her other books, Alex Approximately, and I really liked it. So when I saw this for not very expensive, I grabbed it. I also grabbed A Perilous Undertaking, which is by Deanna Raybourn. This is, I think, the second book in the Veronica Speedwell series, which I've heard good things about. I haven't read the first one yet, so why I'm buying the second one, who in the world knows? Because I'm a sucker, that's why, because I'm a glutton for punishment and I love having books on my shelves. I grabbed Tailspin by Sandra Brown. I remember liking Sandra Brown, and I remember that this is some kind of, I think, romantic suspense, which I also very much enjoy. So, right up my alley. Hopefully I'll get to this and enjoy it. And last but definitely not least, from Book Outlet, I grabbed the next 3 books in the Scottish Bookshop Mystery Series. I don't remember which order they're in, but Lost Books and Old Bones, The Loch Ness Papers, and Of Books and Bagpipes. They're by Paige Sheldon. I enjoyed the first book tremendously, and now I have these 3 to hopefully binge read next year. I'm looking forward to it before a new one comes out, because I'm sure there's going to be another one coming out next year. I feel like a little bit of everything anyway from Book Outlet. And I grabbed 3 things from Barnes & Noble that I will show you before my arm kind of gives out here. I grabbed Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is the second book in a duology. And I haven't read it, but I really enjoyed this world, and I enjoyed her other series, and this takes place in the same universe, and they're pretty. I also grabbed Harbor for the Nightingale by Kathleen Baldwin. I read the first 3 or 4 books? 3 books in the Strange House series this month, enjoyed them. This is the 4th book. I'm currently reading other things right now because I didn't keep up with the momentum of it, but I did grab it, so I have it. I originally thought it was a 3-book series. Obviously, I was wrong. And I think there's another book that needs to come out if we're following everyone's love stories. And then I grabbed the next book that's out in the... I don't even know what this series is called. I'm sorry. Paw of the Jungle by Diane Kelly. Paw series. Paw Enforcement series. And in this, we follow Megan and her canine companion, Bridget, and they solve mysteries, and they're funny and enjoyable, and I love them. Kind of brief because I'm really hurting a lot, so I'm going to go on that. I know I didn't give any synopsis or anything fun like that. Those are the books that have come into my home, and if people have thoughts or comments that they would like to make about any of these books down below, please feel free, because I'm off for the next 2 weeks, so I might be checking YouTube a little bit more and a little more up to date with it. So I will talk to you later. Bye.